everybody, this is Colton with Snap Into It, and we are doing another deck profile. This one is going to be the Draft Box Son Goku Green Leader. He reminds me a lot of Broly, where he gets to attack and take one from life and draw one card, which is super powerful as far as awakening quick, which is something that this deck definitely wants to do. It also has some other benefits that I'll lead to in later. His awaken ability is to just untap 2, and on his awakening side, he does have a permanent where the leader of swing cannot be negated, so which is super strong late game if you need to get a for sure attack in. And if they have 4 more cards, he gains quadruple strike, which is super powerful. Regardless of not, when he attacks, he does draw 1 card, and you do get 5k, so he's always swinging for 20k on the awakened side. Which is super strong. We just a cool leader. I like the awaken ability, and we like playing him to get down to a specific amount of life, which I'll go into later. But he's just a really cool leader. So we're gonna put him over there. We're gonna start off with our 4 super combos. Just since we are rushing down to 4 life, it's super simple to get there quickly. Maybe turn 2 or 3, and it's just green super combo. Next, we're going to play 2 Planet Vegeta. Helps us search out our pieces. It's going to be fairly obvious that it does have a secondary purpose. Not going to come into play very often, but it is, like I said, a really good searcher for almost, I would say, about 90% of your deck. And after that, we're going to start off with our negates. So we play 3 Shocking Death Ball because we want to be able to KO our opponent's field, even though it kind of cancels out what our leader does. It is really good negate to be able to play for free. We play 1 Flying Nimbus for those one-off cases where you're playing Shenron Storm or something like that and you really just want to stop the brutality from coming towards you. And we play 3 Roshi negates. Really good combo fodder. After it comes in, it does have the Universe 7 tag and it's a yellow energy. As our tech choice, we play 2 Time Control Konoha. We hate Shigesh, we don't want to lose to Shigesh, so that's what it's there for. And starting into one of our main points of the deck, we play 4 Successor of Hope. Obviously, this does tell you we are playing a swap deck, but not of the conventional sort. We do only play 2 of the Bardocks, and we play 3 of the Grandpa Gohans. We only need to go to 3 life is kind of the goal, but after that, it is more advantageous to play the Gohan. And to take advantage of the Planet Vegeta, we do also play just a small 2/2 line of the Bardock Will of Iron. Going up the chain, we do have 4 of the Intrepid Dynasty Son Gohan. He's a 10k barrier. You swap to him for free, and then he hopefully stands till the next turn, so then you could swap into your next package. We play 3 of the Indomitable Dynasty Son Goku. Probably asking why we only play 3, because we do have a nice little spice right here. We play 1 Ultimate Potential SS2 Son Gohan. Swapping up from the 3-drop, we're going to go into one of our main targets. After 3 is going to be Discovered Dynasty Son Gohan. And he's just really good for building up your card advantage. Once again, he has Barry. You'll kind of see a theme here. Because we want to get to either this choice or another one I'll go over later. And the best way to go about this is if you do not get down to a certain amount of life early game, you can evolve up in this guy and just kind of slow the game down a lot with all your negates, and you're going to want to be playing this guy. He's Golden Great Ape Son Goku, and he allows you to search your deck for another 5-drop swap target, which is what we want to do late game, because we do have another route we can go, which is kind of the main win con. But this guy in itself is amazing. He has a requirement where you have to have a Son Goku GT leader, and when I found out that this guy meets the requirements for that, I instantly slammed him in the deck, because it allows you to, if you have 2 in your hand, you could just attack, pay 1, swap him out for another one, attack, pay 1, and all this time you're searching out 5-drop or less swap targets, so you just are building hand advantage like no other. The main way we want to go with this deck, and the easiest way to win the game early, is to go into this. And how we want to do that is with our leader and Bardock dropping ourselves down to 3 life. And what that allows us to do is drop this guy's energy costs down to 4 in our hand. So we could swap from our 3 drops, pay 2 energy, and go all the way up to the 5k. And the reason we would want to do this is obviously because we have the Son Goku Hope of Universe 7. He is amazing because you have a green leader. I can't stress that enough. You are stripping cards out of the hands or popping a card on their field, and he has critical. He's a 35k, which is just outstanding. A lot of the times when I get him out, I win the game. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. He's a great card. He is super nostalgia for those people that watch Tournament of Power, and I just absolutely love this deck. We do have some overwhelm targets as well. We play 1 Scientist Fu for additional card draw and additional double strike pressure late game. And then we kind of have another little piece of spice I put in here. It's going to be the Awakened Warrior Bardock. People are probably asking, why would you do this? It is a free double strike 20k beater. You don't have to have 1 energy open, and a lot of the times when you're going up the chain early, you don't. You can get up to Universe 7 Son Goku on turn 3 as at the earliest, and if you do that, you're going to be tapped out. So if you want to put the pressure on after you strip their cards down and got their life down to maybe 2 or less, you could play Awakened Warrior Bardock, get the win, combo your hand, and just go for game. Now, just going over the ideal sequencing of the deck, we are going to be hopefully going into the true drop turn 1 and just letting him sit. Turn 2, this is assuming you're on the play, you played a Bardock, got an extra life, help you get down to that 3 energy or 3 life that total that we're hoping for. Also, shocking death balls help you get down for free as well. You turn 2, you swing with leader, take another life. Maybe you might get to awakening, maybe not. You're going to swap into the barrier guy, and the next turn is where you go off. You basically awaken after you swap into him, so you pay 2, swap into him, awaken, untap those 2 you just swapped, so you'll have a total of 3 energy, EX evolve on him by pitching 2 cards, and if you have another one, you could swing twice, evolve again, pull more cards out of the hand, pop more cards on board, and just keep putting on the pressure. And to go a different route, if your leader or your opponent's leader is stalling you out, you want to swap all the way up to the 4 drop instead of the 5 drop. And then you're going to sit there, maybe a swing if you need to, or if you have an extra energy, and then you're going to swap into the big 5 drop. Yes, you pay 3 energy, but it allows you to search your deck for 5 or less for any Son Goku's lineage. So you could search for another Universe 7 Son Gohan to get that Universe 7 cards in your hand to pitch for the EX Evolve, and then you just keep swapping and attacking for 25k every single time. Eventually, you're going to want to swap back into this guy if you are above 3 life. If you kind of get to the weird situation where you are at 3 life and you can't swap into him, you might have to go up the chain again, but late game it is pretty simple to do so while putting on pressure with your barrier guys. And you just swap into him, pop a card, draw a card, and then just go back into this guy. So you've been putting a pressure on this whole time with all these guys, and then you get to end the game with your Son Goku, I hope, of Universe 7. So I hope you guys like the deck. It's kind of a weird one. I gotta completely give props to Eggman. He gave me the idea back when you did it with Slug, and then I just been improving on it, playing it a whole bunch, absolutely loving it, and it is a fun deck. I really recommend you trying it. Let me know what you think might be better in it. Leave a comment down in the comments telling me what I could do better as far as deck building, or even what you want to see on the channel more of. Also, if you can, leave a like on this video, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.